Yesterday morning, finding myself with 15 minutes to kill before a meeting, I stood staring down at the garden below from the window of my office. If you can call a desk in the spare bedroom an office, that is. The sun was shining on a particularly cold winter's morning, and something caught my eye that quite unexpectedly caused me to feel inspired for the first time in a while. The garden fence. It was steaming. Despite the science of what was unfolding before me simply being evaporation, something you learn in school at a pretty young age, it was oddly beautiful. The billowing vapour evaporating from the fence and in turn immediately condensing into water droplets, creating this backdrop of nature's very own Kiss concert. It's difficult during a global pandemic to feel particularly inspired or motivated, so it's important to let it seep in and take hold when it does, regardless of its cause. Which is what led me to begin filming the beautiful mundanity of mine and my neighbours' gardens. It made me realise that ultimately, inspiration doesn't need to stem from something groundbreaking or impressive, it just needs to stem from, well, something. Anything can be inspiring when viewed in a particular mindset. Although somewhat obvious, this was quite a liberating realisation to have. A little while later, the weather turned, and it began to rain. Despite the sun fading, the inspirational feeling remained, which was lucky, because I still have quite a little bit of this monologue to get through, and I ran out of sunny garden footage, right about here. There was something about the downpour that felt strangely otherworldly. Seeing the rain delicately fall into the concrete cracks of my patio made me feel as if I was watching the start of a storm unfold on the surface of another planet, like Jupiter. Well, being predominantly a gas ball, actually nothing like Jupiter, but you get the point. Inspiration is all around us. I feel it in my fingers and I feel it in my toes. With every change of the weather, so the feeling grows. Apparently. Either way, the weather on this particular day made me feel something. I can't quite place what that feeling was, but what came with it was a welcomed motivation to document and a readjusted eye to find the beauty in the normal. With there being no intended purpose for recording this footage, while watching it back, I felt compelled to talk about why I felt so moved to record it in the first instance. And hey, maybe as a consequence we've come full circle, and I've ended up creating something inspiring myself. Hopefully it's left you with a feeling of wanting to do the same. How meta of me. If not, well, you've got to admit the evaporating fence slow-mo was at least a little bit cool. Saying that, it is just a f***ing fence.